tell me that you spent the whole evening with one of the most beautiful movie stars in the world and you don't have any pictures?
Well, I was going to take some.
Now, wait. Don't tell me. Let me guess. Somebody stole your camera.
No.
No. You forgot to take any film.
No, it was nothing like that.
Well, then what was it?
Well, she left early.
Why?
She got sick.
Oh. Was it anything serious? Maybe there's a story in that.
You know, I think you might be right.
But of course I'm right.
And I'll get right on it. But to do it right, I will need one thing.
Oh, of course. Your every request is my command.
All I need is a car from the motor pool so I can get from the arena.
A car? You want a car, that's all?
Thank you, Mr. Jameson. I was afraid you wouldn't understand.
Oh, of course I understand. Parker, did you know that for the first 10 years that I ran this paper, I rode the subway to and from work every day in all kinds of weather?
No, sir, I didn't know that.
I think it did me a lot of good. Just as I think it's going to do you a lot of good.
Does that mean I don't get the car?
Parker, you'll get a car from me the day that the Statue of Liberty roller skates down Fifth Avenue. Now get out of here. You're supposed to be at the airport in 30 minutes.
Yes, sir.
Here, sign this.
What is it?
The motor pool has to have a requisition.
Well, doesn't he have to sign it?
Hasn't he?
Rita, you're a terrific artist.
I ought to be. Got my Ph.D. from the University of the Streets.
Passengers for Polo Flight 9 to Paris may now board at gate 15. Polo Flight 9 to Paris now loading
Okay, people, take it easy. You'll all get your chance.
Captain, you have to stand right there.
We've all got a job to do, Parker. President Tavilia's on that plane.
Welcome to New York.
Thank you.
President Calderon, there must be a reason you chartered a plane instead of using your presidential jet.
Oh, gentlemen, this is not a state visit. Today belongs to my daughter, Maria.
Isn't it unusual for the daughter of a president to enter a beauty pageant?
Oh, nowadays, daughters don't always ask their father's permission. Not even the daughters of presidents.
Miss Calderon, is this your first visit to New York?
No, I was here about 3 years ago when my father spoke to the UN.
What do you want to see on this trip?
This is your idea of a photo essay?
No, but you see, there was an awful crush. I mean, you wouldn't believe.
You're right, I wouldn't. The Times has pictures of the president's arrival. The Examiner has a 4-column spread on the president's daughter. What does the Daily Bugle have? You wouldn't understand these pictures at the Museum of Modern Art. Rita, get Connors for me.
Connors? You don't want Connors. I mean, as a photographer, he's got about as much taste as mashed potatoes.
Have you been listening in again?
Me and everybody else on the floor. He's rattling the windows, boss.
Just get Connors for me. Put him on that beauty pageant. And hold my calls.
You want it. You got it.
The reason I messed up today is because there was an even bigger story breaking.
Bigger than the arrival of the president of the newest democratic country in South America.
A man was kidnapped right in the terminal, Mr. Jameson.
Really? Half the police in New York at that airport? And you were the only one who saw it? Who'd they snatch?
Well, I don't know, but Spider-Man was there, and he would have caught him.
Oh, Spider-Man. You got pictures of all this?
No, I don't. But I'll get them. And I'll cover the pageant for you, and I'll get an exclusive interview with the president and his daughter. I can do it, I promise you, sir.
Parker, you have a job with this paper as a part-time photographer because it's always been my policy to help students who are working their way through college. Thanks to you, I am seriously considering changing that policy.
Call for you, Mr. Jameson.
I told you to hold my calls.
Okay, I guess you know the mayor better than I do.
No, never mind. Just wait a minute. Get out of here, will you, Parker? And the next time, will you bring me pictures and not excuses? Jameson here.
Morning, Mr. Mayor. It's nice of you to call.
Wish I had the nerve to talk to him the way you do.
Well, there are certain advantages to being a member of a disadvantaged minority, if you know what I mean. Actually, Mr. Jameson's not that bad. He just growls a lot.
Yeah, well, you better tell that to Connors.
No, you're not giving up, are you?
Well, what do you think?
I think you've got a plan.
I think you're right. And part of it involves you doing a favor for a friend of mine.
A friend, huh? Mm-hmm.
Now, where would somebody go to have a picture drawn? You know, the kind that you have made just from a description?
Yeah, well, then your friend should get in touch with Ted Arthur in the art department. He's on assignment, but he'll be in tonight. What time does your friend want to come in? I'll make him an appointment.
Oh, no, you don't have to do that. I know the description. I can give it to him myself.
Mm-hmm. I thought you might. Oh, hey, listen, Pete. The next time you get a picture of that Spider-Man, please get him to autograph one for me, okay?
Will do, Rita.
Okay.
Will do.
That call from the mayor. He didn't call me. You called him.
Well, in all the confusion around here, it's hard for me to remember.
What confusion? You were deliberately getting that kid off the hook.
Now, why would I do something like that?
What happened?
We got the man from the embassy at the airport.
The airport? Did Salty reach Calderon?
No.
I don't know how he found out. But if he told Calderon that I was in this country, we will never reach the girl.
Don't worry. He spoke to no one. What do you want me to do with him?
Hold him here. He was one of those who backed Calderon when he overthrew my brother and drove me from my own country. I want him as a witness when President Calderon resigns of his own free will and names me as his successor.
Gee, I'm never going to be able to walk down those risers without tripping or something.
You'll be fine. Don't worry about
But they go so fast.
Next group of girls, on stage, please.
Well, there's one consolation. Did you see that gorgeous group of guys that've got to be our escorts?
Gentlemen, the most important thing for you to remember is courtesy and decorum at all times. Our young ladies are from different cultures and different lands. They're guests in our country, and we want them to enjoy their stay here. Since many of our young ladies do not speak English, I'd like first to assign those of you who speak a foreign language. Now, who speaks Italian? Portuguese and French? Good.
I can speak some Tavillian.
I didn't know Tavilla had a separate language.
Oh, yes, ma'am. It's a very difficult dialect of Spanish.
Oh, I see. What is your name?
Parker, ma'am. Peter Parker.
You say you do speak Tavilian?
Yes, sir. Si, sir.
Ajá, sí. Of course I see. ¿Qué clase de trabajo hace usted, señor Parker?
Beg your pardon?
What kind of work do you do?
Oh, excuse me. Physics. I'm a graduate student.
Uh-huh. And a very clever one. Clever enough to create a Tavilian dialect, so you will be assigned to escort my daughter. Why?
Well,
President Calderon, I've got my men stationed at all the exits. Parker, what are you doing here?
hello, Captain.
So you know this young man?
Yeah. Yes, I know young Parker.
Oh, the captain and I are old friends.
Oh. Then he wouldn't mind vouching for your character. He's to be my daughter's escort for the evening.
Well, yeah. Parker, he's okay. But me and my men will be there, too. You've got nothing to worry about.
I feel much better. Oh. Captain. A cigar?
Oh, yeah. Don't mind if I do.
They are the primary export of my country.
Mr. Parker?
No, thank you. I'm allergic to tobacco.
Papa, how do I look?
Wonderful. Miss Galaxy, at least.
Gonna have my eye on you, Parker.
Let me introduce your escort for the evening. Mr. Peter Parker.
To you?
How very sweet. Thank you.
You know Captain Barbera?
Yes.
Well, you better run along. You're going to be late.
Bye-bye, Papa.
Have a good time.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye-bye. Bye. Well, why are you just standing there? American security is one thing, but I want my daughter properly guarded.
That's the national dance of Tavilian.
No, Miss Warren's prep school, San Francisco. I'll be a sophomore at Stanford next year.
Well, no wonder you don't have an accent.
Not even a Tavilian accent.
That didn't work too well, did it?
It was a bold move, and Papa respected you for it. And I was flattered. I go freshen up.
All right. Can I get you a glass of wine?
I'd love one, thanks. Excuse me.
It's all right, my darling. It's all right.
Hey, Maria, isn't this great? Did you see that gorgeous hunk I landed for an escort? Well, to tell you the truth, Kim, mine isn't so bad either. Oh, you're kidding. He's cute. Mind if I cut in later? Sure. Bye.
Men's room's over there.
Well, Maria's been gone for some time. I thought I'd better check.
You don't check. I check. Miss Calderon? Calderon!
Maria?
Miss Calderon!
Captain, you better get the key.
Yeah.
Captain Maria Calderon has been kidnapped.
Mr. Parker, your last assurance to me was that you will be responsible for the safety of my dog.
Yes, sir.
Mr. President, don't blame Parker. My men checked the window to the powder room. There were iron bars mounted in the window. Somebody somehow tore them apart. Your own security people were there.
And between you all together, managed to lose my daughter.
We'll do everything possible to find her.
No. I want no action taken.
Well, sir, you can't just tie the captain's hands.
Any effort by the police or anybody else can only endanger her life. I will wait to hear from the kidnappers and pay any ransom they want.
You mean we're to do nothing?
Absolutely. And I want your guarantee, Mr. Parker, that this incident will not go beyond this room. As far as the world is concerned, my daughter has suddenly taken ill and has to be confined to her hotel room. Is that understood?
You have my word, sir.
Good. Now, if you both excuse me.
Oh, boy, you really burned me up this time, Parker.
Well, Captain, you just said it wasn't my fault.
Oh, that was for the president.
Oh, thanks. You know, to spread those bars and get Maria out of there, to act that fast. Now, wouldn't you think that that would require an enormous amount of strength?
So I'll put out an APB on King Kong. Tell me something, Parker. Whenever there's trouble, how is it that you always seem to end up right in the middle of it?
Just luck, I guess.
Lisa Alvarez, you are a traitor to Tavilla. When my father finds out,
He will do anything I say. If he ever wants to see you alive again.
Yeah, and kind of moon-faced. Oh, and a mustache.
How's that?
That's good. That's very good, but his eyes were a little bit smaller.
Moon face with a mustache and piggy eyes. Sounds like my brother-in-law.
Is this the man?
That's him, all right. So you haven't seen this man before? Excuse me. Oh, I'm sorry. My fault, sorry. Excuse me, ladies. My name is Parker, Peter Parker.
Hi,
and
you're a photographer for the Daily Bugle, aren't you?
Usually, yes, but right now I'm looking for someone. And I wondered whether maybe you had seen this man around.
Paging Miss Peggy Christian. Your party is waiting at the Escort gate. Miss Peggy Christian, please.
Oh, if I'd seen him, I'd try to forget it. What are you, a freak for uglies?
Yeah, well, thanks anyway.
Well, Peter, wait. Don't you want to take our pictures?
Oh, well, you're all so beautiful. I'd love to, but I just ran out of film. Excuse me.
Hold it.
Senor Presidente, the maid is here to clean the room. Should I tell her to come back later?
No, it's all right. Let her come in.
It is obvious you love her very much.
Lisa? Lisa Alvarez. What are you doing here?
Is it not self-evident?
Maria. What have you done with her?
She's all right. For now.
You are even more devious than your brother.
Gracias. I consider being compared to my brother in any way to be the greatest of compliments.
How much do you want? I'll pay anything you say.
You cannot buy your daughter's freedom.
Then what is it you want?
You cannot guess. Because of you, my brother died in disgrace.
Your brother? Your brother was a tyrant.
A word. But the name Alvarez still means power to the people of Tavilla.
And fear.
That is why they must welcome my return.
Your return?
Yes. Before the whole world on the day of the pageant, you will resign in my favor, ensuring a peaceful transfer of power.
loss, Parker. The car's a total loss.
Well, at least Peter wasn't hurt.
Yeah, I'm fine.
You won't be for long. I should deduct the cost of that car from your paycheck.
But Mr. Jameson, the newspaper has insurance. And besides, it wasn't my fault. Somebody else hit me. I told that to the police.
This would never have happened if you'd been riding the subway. How did you get that car in the first place? I specifically remember telling you that you could not have a car from the motor pool.
Well, boss, don't you remember you changed your mind?
What?
Well, sure. Don't you remember? You said you wanted to go all out on that Calderon story.
Yeah, I remember that, but I don't remember changing my mind about giving Parker a car.
I guess you forgot.
Are you suggesting that I'm getting senile?
Oh, no, boss, but, everybody forgets things once in a while.
I never forget anything where Parker's concerned. You would need a requisition to get that car from the motor pool. Now, get it. I want to see who signed it.
Well, I've got it right here. I thought you might be wanting it.
That's my signature.
I told you.
I don't remember, but that is my signature.
Well, boss, you got so much stuff to sign, you can't remember all of it.
Oh, sure. I can remember being in this office when you've had stacks and stacks of papers to sign.
Maybe I am getting senile.
Oh, no. You just need to get away.
Yes, from you. And you. Go on out of here, both of you. Leave me alone.
Rita, that was beautiful. I don't know how I could ever thank you.
Well, if he takes that requisition to a handwriting expert, you can help me find another job.
But I must see the president. It's very, very important.
We have our orders.
But if you just tell him I'm here, I know he'll see me.
I'm sorry, Mr. Parker, but he said no one.
On you like this, Mr. President, but I have to see you.
So you are that Spider-Man I heard about. What do you want?
I want to help. But I must have the answers to some questions, and I must have them now if you want to see Maria alive again.
What do you know about Maria?
Sir, do you know a man who looks like this?
No, I don't know him. I never saw him before.
Right. And I suppose you don't know a Mr. Sauti either.
You are very impertinent, whoever you are.
That might be true, Mr. President, but a friend of mine stopped by the Tavillian legation today. Oh, they weren't talking either. But there was a picture on the wall. A picture of Mr. Sauti.
I ask specifically no interference.
I saw this man kidnap Mr. Sauti. I'm sure he has Maria. And I think, sir, you know his name.
The name will do no good. Matsu. He's an assassin, skilled in the arts of death. In my country, the Alvarez family hired him many times to eliminate those they feared.
An assassin, you say? Not a kidnapper?
This time he wants to trade my daughter's life for my resignation so others will take control of Tavillia.
Others? That must be the lady that Mr. Matsu works for, Lisa Alvarez. Well, sir, it's no secret that if you resign, the Alvarez family will climb back into power. And once again, Tavillia will become a haven for terrorists.
I will not jeopardize the life of my daughter.
Mr. President, please, just tell me what you know. I think I can help.
I'm afraid I don't know very much. At the opening of the pageant, I am to make an announcement before international television and ask that Lisa Alvarez be restored to the power her brother held.
This 5 hours. Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you very much.
Got any film in your camera this time?
Not this time. Really, now, Kim, this is very, very important.
Sure, what's wrong?
You said at the disco that one of the chaperones went into the powder room just before Maria. Which one was it?
Oh, I don't know. But she was wearing an official badge.
You sure?
Sure, I'm sure. They have her over us like mother hens.
It's terrific, thank you.
As director of the Miss Galaxy Beauty Pageant, I can assure you that every single chaperone has been interviewed by Miss Hayes or myself. We see them personally before they ever get their credentials.
So then you have their addresses?
I've told you, there is no Miss, no Mrs., or Ms. Alvarez.
Ma'am, could you take just one more look at the photo, please? She may have used a different name.
You know, this could be our Miss Garcia. Here it is. 112 Parkland Place, apartment 11E.
Any trouble?
Come on, I'll show you.
Matsu, bring the briefcase, please.
You see, it's been quiet as a church around here. So I think it's about time we had the collection.
Don't worry. Senora Alvarez will not try to cheat us.
Matsu is right. Klein, Your money is right here. Klein, check outside. There may be others.
So, this is the Spider-Man. He don't look so tough after all. Let's have a look at this American Wonder Man.
There is no time for that. There could be others.
But I understand this strong one works alone.
We are taking no chances. Get rid of them. Now.
Please, think of what you're doing. Maria cannot hurt you. She's just a girl.
Don't beg for me. She's no different from her brother.
That is correct. And in exactly 1 hour, Tavilia will belong to me, as it did my brother.
All's clear outside. He must have come alone.
Good. Matsu, take care of them.
With pleasure.
I'm heading up security here, and there's been a slight change of plans.
Well, I don't understand.
As you know, my daughter Maria has been taken ill, and I would like to make a short announcement on her behalf.
Well, I'm certain that that will be in order, Mr. President. I'm just so sorry that she's not feeling well.
It would be easier for security if the president could make his announcement at the beginning of the program.
Oh, I'll see that it's arranged, Captain Barbera.
Hey.
Oh, and Mr. President, I do hope that Maria will be feeling better soon.
I'm sure she will. Thank you.
I have to get Maria to her father before it's too late.
Sam, take the side, Lou, you in the back there. And you guys float, keep your eyes open.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to our Miss Galaxy pageant. It's my great pleasure to be your host today as we crown the finest young beauty in the world. Won't you join me now in giving all these lovely young ladies a warm, enthusiastic American welcome? Come on.
How are we going to get in?
Come on, I'll show you.
Thank you, ladies, and thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Before we begin our festivities this afternoon, it's my honor to present to you the President of Tvelia, who has a special announcement he would like to make at this time. President Calderon.
Thank you. Thank you. It is with deep regret that I must tell you that my daughter Maria cannot be here today. It is with the same regret that I must make the following announcement.
Papa, wait!
Where is he? I want that Spider-Man. Peel off the exit.
Captain Barbera said they didn't find Matsu's body when they dragged the river.
Yeah. He's a clever one. I bet he survived.
I hope not. Meeting him once was enough for me.
Yeah. Peter, there's no way I can thank you or Spider-Man enough.
Oh, well, this exclusive is enough for me. I'm just sorry that Maria missed too much of the judging to win the pageant.
Well, there is always next year.
I think not. However, meeting Spider-Man was a unique experience. I'll always remember that.
And Peter, remember that tonight you bear even more responsibility for the safety of my daughter.
Yes, sir, Mr. Preston.
Good night, Papa.
Good night. Have a good time.
You will.
Thank you.
Hey, Peter? Aren't you forgetting something?
Oh, yes.
Too bad you're not Spider-Man. He'd find a way to get rid of those two.